Keeping everything tidy and accessible makes our knitting experience a lot more creative and fun and stress-free. So let's get started. So first up, we have our dedicated knitting station. This is our craft cabinet. Having a specific area for knitting has really helped keep everything in one place. So again, we use this cabinet because it can get messy from all of our other crafting supplies, our pom-poms and our felt. So I like to have something where I can close the door behind when we're done. But inside we have actual baskets, and this is where I keep their current knitting project for the term. I only have my kids work on one project at a time as much as I can help it, because otherwise it just becomes really messy. The yarn gets tangled, we forget where we were at if we're working on different projects. Yarn can get really tangled and it's really hard. I mean, sometimes you just have to cut the knots because they're so bad. So keeping that to a minimum is really helpful, and for that we use baskets. If you have a lot of people learning to knit and you don't have separate needle stashes, just do one big basket or one glass jar, one mason jar for your knitting needles that aren't being used right then. And I also use a project planner, which I'll link below, to jot down notes and just kind of track our progress of where we were at, how many minutes we got to work on it each week, where we need to pick up, all those kinds of things. So incorporating knitting into our homeschool curriculum has been a really great way to combine learning and creativity in one. We schedule regular knitting sessions and include them in our weekly plan. This helps make sure that we balance crafting with other educational activities, and we follow the Charlotte Mason method, which means we are working on our handicraft, which at this time is knitting, once a week. And so we just come back to it once a week. You can use a homeschool planner or a notebook to just organize your weekly activities and keep track of your knitting lessons if you want. So for future projects and supplies, we keep everything in clear bins. We store them in my girls' room up high above their closet. There's just a little nook. And I knit for a living, so I also have yarn under my bed in a clear bin that I can just pull out and bring out some more yarn. If they're low on what they're working on, I'll just pull that out for them. So clear bin so you know what's in it. One really good tip that not many people think of when they are thinking about yarn and even finished projects, if you're in the summertime and it's not really sweater season, is to vacuum seal your bags, because this cuts down on the space that it takes up, because some of the yarns that you can knit with are really jumbo and they take up quite a bit of space. And so vacuum seal your bags, and then it makes it easy to pack away until you're ready to use them. I hope these tips help you create an organized and inspiring knitting space in your homeschool. I really just think a well-organized area is going to make your crafting more enjoyable and way more productive too. So if you have any more organizing tips or questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more homeschool knitting videos.